Hello, everybody. Welcome to a little preview of the Nitty Gritty Dirt Show, bro. I am Vince Russo. I'm here with Jesus himself. Light is shining down on Jesus this morning. The great Billy Body. Billy, what's going on, my friend?
I tell you, I don't feel very Jesus-y. Like you got to see the thing that's stressing me out today. Just the thing that cost me 2 hours of stress. I'm going to turn over here in Austin's room.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Can you see this?
Yes.
I built this Firefly Funhouse.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought it was.
I had to place these figurines into the holes where the windows, where they go.
Right.
Oh, my God. I lost my cool. So I wanted to kill something. Like, it was one of these things where, you know, 1 or 2 in, and it was the last one, but you move the cardboard. Honestly, it looks good now. It's one of the most poorly made things I've ever dealt with. I was going to throw it away. I was going to say to Austin, look, just play with it. And I honestly, like, I've got the woman, the mural artist, coming around tomorrow, and I was going to say to her, look, we'll paint you a fun house. I would rather pay, like, you know, £50 to £100 or whatever it costs to stop touching this thing. But yeah, that's my day so far. That's how productive.
Bro, I've done that when my kids were growing up, bro. I did that many times. I was trying to build them stuff, and bro, in the middle of it, I just threw it away. How many times, bro?
My stress levels are up there with at the moment with furniture, with furniture that's coming in. Like, I mean, some of the stuff, like, you buy it and it's literally, there's this a cabinet over here, and you're thinking 6 doors and like a lid and a side. No, it's like 67 like bolts, nuts, things that you put together. Even this desk that I'm sitting on right now. Yeah, I'm so done with it. I can see why. Do you know IKEA have I don't get stuff from IKEA really, but like, they have a thing where you pay for the furniture and then they charge you to come and make it for you. They have a guy that comes and makes it for you, and no one ever uses it because they said, oh, whatever the cost of the item is, we charge 35% of the item to send someone around to come and make it for you.
Wow.
But like, I would honestly pay that for the amount of time that I've spent making like some of these things, like this bed. This is Austin's bed is an Ottoman bed where, like, you know, where it goes up and down, you can put stuff underneath it. That took about 6 hours.
Oh, jeez, bro. You sound like me, bro.
Two resets were involved in that as well. So.
Oh, jeez. All right, Billy, we are here to preview the Nitty Gritty Dirt Show that is on patreon.com/Russo TWC, where we talk about the rumblings, what's going on behind the scenes in professional wrestling. Here, Billy gives us a little taste, a little tease of what we're going to get on that show later today. What can you tell me, Billy? What's going on in pro wrestling this week, bro?
Yeah, so touching on where we left off last week, Bobby Lashley has won the title, which I said that he would do. Daniel Bryan is programmed in with Roman. Now, you know, people can pick holes in things where I can be very Dave-ish, and I could really protect myself and say Roman and Daniel Bryan are going to have a feud, right? That's what I could have said. At the start of the year, I could have said Roman and Daniel Bryan are going to have a feud at some point in the next few months, which they were. But I was categorically told that this was happening at Mania. Well, it's happening now. But you can see how easily this could have been a Mania program, and how quickly Edge could have been maneuvered into the Royal Rumble winner on the day or whatever, and everything just moves forward. The program between Bryan and Roman was supposed to be Nakamura, and Nakamura we saw win a gauntlet match. He never got a title shot from it. He's already losing to Apollo. This company's a complete mess. Like, I'm not the problem here. Like, I am relaying information exactly as I get it. And like I said, if you don't think Daniel Bryan was supposed to face Roman at WrestleMania, that's up to you. But I can tell you for a fact, he's facing him right now. And the storyline is exactly what I said it would be, where this week there was a comment on it where Bryan even said that, you know, about comparisons. I said the whole storyline would be about comparisons, about how Roman was always not as loved by people as Daniel Bryan was. How Roman's popularity was always in Bryan's shadow. That was primarily the story.
Billy, to back up what you're saying, I mean, right before I came on the show, I came across some clips from Kurt Angle's podcast. And I mean, Kurt Angle was saying exactly what you're saying. Kurt Angle said that their creative is an absolute mess. That there's no planning whatsoever. So basically, bro, like literally Kurt Angle just backed up exactly what you just said.
It's very odd because Kurt Angle is doing that other podcast with the fat guy, Conrad. And he's actually not done with WWE. He's on one of the furloughs, like, you know, the long furloughs that they did.
Interesting.
He was working as a road agent.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he can do and say. Like, you know, obviously when we do podcasts in a pod, we've got free reign. When Bruce, whenever Bruce was doing his show with Conrad, it always seemed like there was a tiny smidgen, maybe not even tiny, I would say 25% of Bruce that would always go back. That he'd say, I just got to keep this door a little bit open. We don't have that on our show. Like, we've said a lot of stuff which makes it very clear that you don't want to go back. Even I sometimes think, you know, Vince, are you sure that you don't want to go back?
Yeah, well,
maybe we shouldn't say this or that.
No, bro. Even I noticed, I think this past week, bro, because I said I was not going to watch AEW anymore, and I'm not watching AEW anymore. I have no interest in watching it. But from what I understand, I think Eric Bischoff was on AEW. Bro, how do you do a podcast and talk about what's happening with these wrestling companies if you're associated with them? Obviously, bro, you can't really say what you think and what you feel.
Well, and Conrad on AEW this week.
Conrad was on AEW too, bro. And it's like, bro, how could I possibly do this show if I was here delivering half truths, bro? I couldn't possibly do it. And Billy, you know me. I'd rather do this and be my own boss than work for the man, bro. So it's, man, you're always going to get stuff skewed when you have people that are affiliated with the current product, bro.
I think that was AEW in a nutshell, putting Conrad Thompson on TV. He has no mainstream background in terms of anybody outside knowing who he would be. But they knew, and they don't care that their core audience is their audience. That's it. And they knew that anybody that listens to Bruce and Conrad's show or whatever would be their audience. That's it. By putting Conrad on there and just simply not giving him any kind of introduction at all, they had an expectation that all the people would immediately know who he is. That is setting your bar very, very low. This isn't fucking Mike Tyson or somebody else, or Shaq that you brought in. This is Conrad Thompson, and you expected your fan base to know who he was, and they probably did, which is...
Do you know, Billy, what Conrad and Bischoff did on the show? Because like I said, I don't watch. You know what they did on the show?
Conrad judged something to do with the Inner Circle from what I've seen on YouTube. We haven't had our AEW yet. We've not had our show till tonight, so I don't know.
Yeah. All right, Billy, what else? What else are we going to be talking about over on the Nitty Gritty Dirt Show? Yeah. Patreon.com/Russo TWC. What else?
Yeah, just to touch on a few things in terms of what we said last week. In terms of direction, Braun and Shane was another one that we picked off. Oscar and Charlotte looks to be now happening instead of Charlotte and Ripley, because Charlotte was supposed to beat Oscar first. But Oscar is legitimately injured. So, I don't know if they'll add Ripley to make it a three-way, whatever. It doesn't matter because these matches are not that important, in my opinion. They're not going to pull people to Peacock, and that's the key thing. Like, we're pulling people to Peacock. Peacock's the place where everybody's going to they want everybody to go to. We're not talking about pay-per-views. We're going to see some sorry, I dropped something. Some unique promotion for this pay-per-view for this upcoming WrestleMania. Moving on to other things, we are going to talk about the current WrestleMania plans. There's been a couple of changes there already from last week, not in terms of match content, but just in terms of scheduling. What's something in particular coming out of Mania that I'm very concerned about? I want to talk to you about that in terms of a particular superstar that we both like. I just have some concerns.
Billy, let me tell you something. I was just on Sports Keto with Dr. Chris Featherstone. I don't know if you know Dr. Chris, but Chris is a cool guy. And, bro, Chris was talking about, the title, automatically going back on Drew at WrestleMania. And I said, Chris, I'm telling you, bro, I don't think it's as automatic as you think it is. I think, bro, I'll be honest with you, man. I think it's going to be up in the air, and I think it's really going to come down to how Vince McMahon feels when we get closer to WrestleMania. Am I on track about that, Billy?
Not on track yet, but things are happening that are heading in that direction. I don't think that exactly is going to happen, but you can hear what I have to say in terms of what changes have been made this week,
very interesting,
and why I'm concerned. And then you can either reaffirm your opinion or give an alternative take.
I can't wait to hear that myself, because seeing the way Lashley won, I'm saying to myself, bro, I don't think this is a slam dunk. I really, really don't. So I'm very, very interested to hear what you have to say about that, Billy.
And the last thing, the last major thing anyway, where we talk about from one Khan to the other, let's talk about the Khan that makes money in the wrestling industry, which is Nick and not Tony. Our guy Nick, who we've been talking about for 6 months longer than everybody else on this show. He is on the verge of doing a major partnership with every sports team in America, with the WWE and every sports team in America, which has been initiated by Nick Khan. If they get this deal over the line, I think it would be a big money spinner for the company. So
are you talking about every sports team across every sport?
I'm talking about the NBA, the NHL, the NFL, and MLB. Yeah.
Oh my God, bro! I swear to God, you guys, I got to tell you, man, Billy and I don't talk about this stuff during the week. We don't. So when Billy comes on here and teases this stuff, bro, I can't wait to hear what he has to say when I record the Patreon show with him. So we're going to go record that, bro, right after this. Patreon.com/RussoTWC. Billy, tell everybody we did a new podcast on a poll last night. You got your lock betting, man. We're ready to go into baseball season. You could probably bet, World Series odds and all that stuff. And of course, Dirty Sheets, bro.
Yeah, the dirtysheets.com is the bread and butter of where I do my wrestling news, and then me and Vince break it down here. There's also a betting package on there, which is called the Combat Pack, which is just wrestling, UFC, and boxing. So you can get that there if you don't want to bet on any other sports. But if you do want to bet on other sports, I should have changed the tag here, but I've kept that podcast on a poll because we did one yesterday. But lockbetting.com is the place to go. It's the start of the month, so there is no better time to sign up. We edged just past the £3,000 profit, which is $4,000. That came from destroying. And that's a 28-month day, and we destroyed the NBA. We had 24 winning days out of 28, winning in the NBA every night. We're on a 26 and 4 run in terms of days that we bet tennis. So the last 30 days we bet tennis, we've made profit on 26 of the days, including going 10-2 with the Australian Open, 6-3 with our futures, which included picking both of the winners, being Osaka and Djokovic. And that is doubling down on Djokovic when he was supposed to be injured during the tournament, which I've spoken about already. So we had a monster month. I usually say to people, sign up at the start, but you would have made money signing up as late as the 21st on that month.
Billy, can you confirm something for me? Because, you know, your good friend, the Disco Inferno, is being a huge DICK to me. Okay. Billy, I'm assuming that you visit FanDuel quite a bit, correct?
I know of FanDuel. We don't have it here in England, but I know I have to be aware of the lines. Yeah.
Okay. Billy, can you confirm with me? You don't got to do it right now because you're going to have to look it up. Bro, every year I like to bet the over or under wins of the San Francisco Giants because I'm a Giant fan. Bro, Giants ain't winning no World Series. They're not winning the division, but I have fun rooting for them when it's the over with wins. Bro, they don't have this on FanDuel. And I keep telling Disco, bro, can you please lay down the scratch for me? You can walk to the casino. You're in the casino 15 times a day. Can you please place a bet for me? He keeps telling me to go on FanDuel, bro. It's not on FanDuel, Billy. The only thing they got on FanDuel right now is the World Series winner and the division winners. That's all they have on FanDuel. Am I not finding this?
I'm looking for you now.
He's such a pain in the ass, bro. Can you just do this for me?
I have win percentage, which is kind of the same thing, I guess. You had win percentage.
Wait a minute, hold on, bro. Okay, hold on. What, Billy? Walk me through this because I'm telling you, I'm going to my FanDuel gimmick right now. Hold on. Let me.
I don't have it on FanDuel. I'm looking at other bookies for you. So
okay, I can't bet though, bro, because I can't. They don't have it on FanDuel. Tell me.
You can get the money to me. I can get it down. I can get on it for you. And then,
bro, tell me what it is. Tell me what the percentage is.
It's 46.5%.
So that's way under 500, then, bro. I got to check that, bro. Why's he got to be such a douche?
Whereas with my Yankees, 59.5.
Yeah.
And obviously the Dodgers, let's see what they are. They're going to be pretty high. Dodgers, 63.5.
Yeah.
I would still go over that, though.
Yeah.
I think the Dodgers are going to win more than 6.5 games out of 10, I would say.
He's such a douche, bro. All right, Billy. So what about, did we talk about, we didn't talk about Podcast on a Pole yet, or we didn't talk about Dirty Sheets?
Yeah, no, we talked about the dirtysheets.com. The Dirty Sheets is a podcast that me and Cav do every Tuesday. It comes out Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. Talk about the week in wrestling. It's not like other podcasts. Everything I do is digestible. So be it the Dirty Sheets, we follow on with that with Podcast on a Pole. Everything is within an hour to an hour and a half. Nothing we do is over that. Podcast on a Pole is longer than Dirty Sheets because it's once a month. So we've just recorded the latest episode. Episode 4 is still available now. That's looking at February 1997. It's looking at Shawn Michaels losing his smile and pulling out of WrestleMania, messing everything up about that. Vince Russo, sorry, not McMahon. Vince Russo is on the verge of becoming the head writer. And then in March, it happens. But there is some factual correction there that is key. Vince actually explains how the misconception that he automatically gets leapfrogged into the head writer role, and the story is out there because everybody likes to simplify, and even Cav believed it. The magazine gets thrown down. Vince McMahon turns to Vince Russo and goes, "You're in charge." That never happened. You actually get the full details of what happened, and over the coming months, beginning with this episode and on, you're going to get the storytelling in terms of the headbutting between two guys that don't even like each other now, which is Cornette and Russo. And eventually one of them leaves the booking committee, and you all know what one it is and who ends up staying. But there is a long road to that happening. In fact, it goes all the way to around about October, November time, to the screw job, and even up to still like 3 heads booking shows. So that misconception is cleared up, along with a lot of other stuff revolving around WrestleMania 13 and the creative direction for a lot of people. Steve Austin wasn't automatically supposed to be Hulk Hogan. They tell you now that, we saw 316 signs a year ago. We knew. They're liars. And you'll find it out on Podcast and a Poll. They didn't even know. They didn't even want 316 on a magazine cover. because even though Austin said it, somehow Vince McMahon didn't hear it in the promo. It meant nothing to him until Vince Russo to my left pushed the idea to him. So all of this is discussed over on Podcast and a Poll. Podcastandapoll.com is the Patreon page. There are bonus shows there now. Undertaker, Part 1, special podcast on The Undertaker. Vader, Psycho Sid, The Ultimate Warrior, and Linda McMahon. These are all bonus shows that are available on podcastandapoll.com. And starting this month, me and Cav will be doing our bonus show as well, where we do a breakdown of the TV. So for those of you guys that want a match-by-match breakdown, kind of like what we do each week for Raw and SmackDown, we're going to do that for you. We're not going to subject Vince to that, but we're going to break down the match-to-match. And also, we're going to review the show we just did and preview the show coming up. So that's a monthly show that me and Cav are going to do for you guys as well. We're also going to look a little bit more at WCW and what the opposition are doing as well. And occasionally, we wanted, originally when we set out to do this show, we wanted to throw Vince more questions about it. But actually, very early on in Podcast and a Poll, it's come out that the WWE guys are not looking too much at what WCW are doing. They're concentrating on their own shit. There certainly isn't what I always believe to be a minute-by-minute competition where WCW Nitro TVs are on at Raw. All this kind of shit has been put out by the likes of Meltzer and Alvin and guys through the year, where honestly fans believe that minute by minute that companies will put things on TV based on what they were seeing there. And I know Hall and Nash have said we would watch Raw backstage in our locker room and stuff, but that is not reciprocated by what the World Wrestling Federation are doing. So we will talk about the Nitro stuff, and obviously if there's a huge development, we always talk about it with Vince on podcastandapoll.com. But check out episode 5. It will be out on the same day as WWE Fastlane this month.
All right, guys, listen, I want to thank CM 2.0 with a little donation. Thank you very, very much. He said this is awesome. He enjoys the show. Thank you very much. Kevin Gashi, Russo, who cares about baseball? That sport is going under. Kevin Gashi, let me tell you something right now. I promise you that baseball is not going under in my lifetime or your lifetime. If you'd like to bet on that, Kevin, just let me know, bro. Guys, that is it. We are going to jump over to patreon.com/Russo TWC, and we are going to get into the nitty-gritty dirt for myself and the great Bill Bate. I will see you over there.